here? Who do you think this lady is? Does anybody know this famous celebrity? Come on, it's easy. Does someone say, do you know who she is? Amanda Holden. Give this girl a round of applause. Excellent, brilliant, okay. What about this lady here? Does anybody know who this lady here is? What did you say? I didn't do that. I don't know what he said. Paris Hilton. It's not Paris Hilton. Anybody else? Does anybody else know who this one is? It's not Madonna. Come on. Christina Aguilera. Give him a round of applause. Excellent. Okay. What about this gentleman here? Does anybody know who this one is? Very hard one. Okay. You know those yellow bands we all used to wear? Lance Armstrong. Give him a round of applause. Excellent. Okay. Hardest one on the board. Can anybody in the crowd, anyone in Liverpool, name to me who this celebrity here is? Does anybody know? What did you say? Richard Pryor. Give this man a round of applause. Excellent. Right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, all of these celebrities have a little caption below them. They have something that they've got underneath their name. So, for instance, Lance Armstrong's got cancer. Richard Pryor's got multiple sclerosis. Demi Lovato, anorexia and depression. So my question to you is, okay, I'm a Christian, for those of you stopping. My question to you is, if there is a real God and he loves us, why does God allow suffering? Why does this God allow suffering? If he's real, why would he do such a thing and allow suffering? Does anyone have a suggestion for that? Why do you think he allows suffering? Does anybody want to throw something in? You don't think there is a God? Okay, well I think there is a God because I would say, how do you know? How do you get a universe from nothing? You can't get everything from nothing. So that's my point. I'll just put that there. Okay, exactly. Exactly, that's the question. So that lady has raised a very, very important point. Why does a child die? Why does God allow children to die? Why does cancer? Why is the worldwide floods? Well, not worldwide floods, that only happened once. Why is the floods? Why do all these things go? I'll answer this, okay? Now, are you ready for this? This is the answer. If God wiped out everything in the world which causes pain and suffering, where would that leave you and me? So look at that clock up there. That clock says it is 4 minutes past 2, okay? It's 4 minutes past 2. If at 5 minutes past 2, God wipes out everything which causes pain in this world, where would that leave you? Where would that leave me? Well, he'd have to wipe us out, wouldn't he? Because I've caused pain. That's my wife standing there. And if you ask my wife, have I ever caused her pain, she'd be nodding her head, yeah? If I ask... How does God choose? That's something I can't answer that one. I don't know how God chooses. But, lady, sorry madam, sorry, but just let me just say this other thing. Would you agree with this statement as well? This man here, Lance Armstrong, okay? He had Okay, well what about this? You're saying to me suffering is wrong, are you? Yeah, okay. I'm saying it's wrong as well. How do you know it's wrong? But if there is no God, if there is no one to say, if there's no lawgiver, how do we know there is right and wrong? Exactly, the devil causes the pain. You're right, madam, and that's where I'm saying the devil. But can I just say one thing, just to draw on this, because this is a very sensitive topic, and I want to draw on this. Lance Armstrong, who had cancer, okay, he suffered massively, okay? He suffered really bad, but from his cancer he then started a massive charity. A woman who loses her son in the war, she then starts charity. She raises funds. People who suffer become compassionate, good people. Would you agree with that? They do become passionate people who suffer, don't they? So if we can see some levels of good that comes from suffering, surely God can see the overall good. But let me just stop with this. This is the real bit, okay? Did you know, okay, if you say that God doesn't understand suffering, well, did you know that God himself suffered more than anybody? God himself, Jesus Christ, came into this world and he suffered on a cross. He was innocent, he'd done nothing wrong. But he died on the cross for your lives, for all the things you've done wrong, when you've blasphemed, when you've said things, when you've looked at things you shouldn't. Jesus Christ died on that cross for your sins and for mine. But the good news is this, okay? He died on that cross for your sins. But on the third day, he rose from the dead. Pardon? Nobody else, exactly. And that's the evidence that he is God. The 500 witnesses rose from the dead. If you died, and then 3 days later, rose from the dead, and 500 people said you died, I'd believe you, and that's the evidence. I'm going to stop there, but if anyone